It's NBA action. The opening tip is won by Golden State. Curry. They'll get it down to Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go. Work it down to Brown. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
It's Steph at the controls. Short jumper stays out. Jason Tatum with the block. Finish that. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Curry into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Green. From the painted area, won't go down. Brown into the front court. Leads 5. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Willie Cauley-Stein sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Thompson to Curry. Enes Kanter with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Fires the three. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Curry. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Jason Tatum sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Brown's free throw, good. And the Celtics add one more to their lead. It's Steph Curry with the rock. Gets to the basket and scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Kanter. And the rebound taken in by Thompson. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Hayward. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Curry. Driving right to the basket. To Curry. Lets it fly from long range. Those shots today have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
From long range. Can't connect.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
From the outside, no good. To Cantor. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Curry into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Thompson to Green. Two-point shot for Curry. Tatum grabs the board. To Jaylen Brown. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Boston with 4 to shoot. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Boston.
Russell to Alec Burks.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
To Russell. 5 to shoot. Count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Lock up. Here you go.
To Cantor. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Enes Kanter has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Possession lies with Golden State. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell. To Alec Burks. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Jaylen Brown.
Screen right.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You've had 3 wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Runner's good there.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Alec Burks. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Here comes the screen.
Hey, watch the screen left.
To Cantor. Enes Kanter above the rim. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. He missed a pair of free throws. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Warriors have the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
And the rebound taken by the Warriors. Russell with it up top. Down a bundle. Down low, Cauley-Stein. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
I'm hillside.
To Marcus Smart. Cantor. Layup goes down. Well done.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Russell to Sean Livingston. Count it.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
The screen sets him up for two.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Warriors have the basketball. Russell to Sean Livingston. That won't go. And it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that was not a good shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
4-3. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Livingston to bring it up. His guys down big. Alec Burks to Russell. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 0, Jason Tatum. Subbing in for the Warriors. Number
Russell to Green. Short jumper won't go down. To Marcus Smart. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Knocked loose. Ball's controlled by Boston. For three. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
He was hacked. They let it go. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shots not going down. Russell to Thompson. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
Hey, watch this screen.
The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Livingston across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Marcus Smart. Steps through and scores.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Has a look. Green with a shot, no good. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
D'Angelo Russell, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. And he makes them both. To Hayward. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Making a half-court shot. Entering the game for the Golden State.
Stephen Curry with a look. Offensive rebound, grabs his own miss, and scores. Good concentration.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust.
Green light, green light.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Can't get past the defender. To Cantor. Fires the three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
C to three, B to three. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
Here comes the screen. Down to Cauley Stein. To Hayward.
I got him. Here we go. I got ball, I got ball.
Fires the three. Tough shot. Well defended. Curry has it. Knocked loose. Picked up. Here we go. That's going to be out of bounds. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 4.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
The assist from number 5.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose.
The Celtics were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
The Golden State Warriors struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Play.
And that concludes our halftime.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here we go. Here we go.
And finishes strong.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
To Cantor. And a throwdown.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Yes, Klay Thompson. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And look out.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Curry with the ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Baseline drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. He even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw so good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Curry all the way, but a shot won't fall. Celtics have it. Hayward to Cantor. Stuffs it down with authority.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Brown with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense to Thompson.
Screen come, screen come.
To Curry.
Watch that cut.
Warriors with 4 to shoot. Curry. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here we go, we got him, we got him. All right here.
To Jaylen Brown. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Thompson. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Driving is Thompson, but a shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way here.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Hayward. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
It's Golden State basketball to Thompson. Trying to cash in. Shot by Thompson, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here's a chance from long range. Russell into the front court. Down a bundle. To Green. Thompson knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
I got ball. That's me.
To Marcus Smart. And scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Russell with it up top. His guys down big. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, Ferocious slam inside.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Golden State at the controls. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Russell to Thompson. Down low, Cauley Stein. It goes down. Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his crew together and talk it all through. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Cruises inside for 2.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Warriors basketball. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Cashes in for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. This quarter's in the books. The Celtics way out. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have...
Substitutions, Golden State. Substitutions, Boston.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And scores. Strong take.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Possession lies with Golden State. To Sean Livingston. Shot from in close, no good. Here comes the screen. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Livingston to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Runner's good there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in.
Warriors have the basketball. Russell to Green. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Livingston to Green.
Screen.
like to shoot for Golden State. Green to Shaun Livingston. Just off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
He gets it.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Russell. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
To Marcus Smart. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics won this matchup with a significant margin. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all of the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
These guys walked in with the game plan, and they walked out with the win. And these highlights, they tell even more of the story.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Boston Celtics. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Miami Heat. Miami controls the tip. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Heat come up with it. And counted at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Lynn against Leonard. Miami secures the rebound. And the finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lynn with it. Down 4. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Lynn with it. Now down 6. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Lynn with it. 8-0 is the score. Screen coming. Tyreek Evans sizing up Leonard to Howard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. He's out. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. From long range, he was all over him. Lynn with it. They trail by 7. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here comes the screen. Not done yet. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Here comes the screen. Driving right to the pass.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dumped that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lynn. For 3. Now that's a contest. Lynn with it. Margins 8. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Miami Heat.
Lynn to Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson with the dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Memphis, they've got it. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Lynn with it. Down 12. Jimmy Butler swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And that's going to get out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Memphis. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Lynn. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Memphis with the run. To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Jonas Valanciunas sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Kyle Anderson matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Jeremy Lin. Rebound comes to Miami. Kyle Anderson rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Jeremy Lin with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lin with it. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. No good. Lin to Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Not done yet. And a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early. But the defense has to be better at boxing out.
Miami's got it. To Randolph. And the basket good at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
First quarter in the books as the Heat enjoy some breathing room. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Jones with it. His guys down big. Bam Adebayo pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jimmy Butler, that's 3 now on 4 shots.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Anderson. Beyond the arc for 3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. And he finishes at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
It's Grizzlies ball.
Me and you.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions.
Lynn to Jackson. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Lynn to Jackson. Evans to Jackson. Now a step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
Good shot, man.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Jackson. Evans. Knocked loose. Going the other way. To Butler. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Lynn with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
He'd have the basketball.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Taking advantage of the turnover.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Fires the three. Is good.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Evans. To Jackson. Myers Leonard with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Whoa, what a finish. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Jackson.
Come on, you got to work around the screen. You're killing me.
Over to the right side. Here comes the screen. Tyreke Evans, guarded by Jimmy Butler. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Our thanks go to those who have already participated in this community event.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Oh, and a putback.
There you go, big fella.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Evans. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. And finishes strong. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
The pass set it all up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Memphis, they've got it. Evans to Jackson. Screen coming. Josh Jackson against Leonard. For 3. Not getting the bounce. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Howard. Pass stolen by Miami.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Tyus Jones, guarded by Myers Leonard. To Jaren Jackson. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Trying to cash in. Jackson's shot, no good. Deep left corner from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Memphis with the rock.
I got him. I got ball.
Evans driving to the basket, but his shot won't go. Five to shoot for Miami. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Heat didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Grizzlies did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Assists.
What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
It's Chris. Grizzlies ball. To Evans.
Right.
To Jaren Jackson. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second.
Double. I got him.
To Waiters. Dion Waiters. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Trey Burke, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
That's going to be out of bounds. Evans. To Howard. Knocked loose. He'd get control.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Superman, Dwight Howard. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
Old school equals high percentage.
Got it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Evans.
Hey, you got the screen right.
Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Get into it.
Runner's good there.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Jones with it. His guys down big. For 3. That no good. Off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Evans. Great dish to set it up. Got to the rim but couldn't finish. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Jones with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Terrific hustle. Ball stays in play. Has a chance. Can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Grizzlies own the basketball to Jaren Jackson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Butler to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. To Waiters. Going to launch beyond the arc. Good offense beating good defense.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
To Jackson. Lynn. Short jumper stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Butler guarded by Josh Jackson. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Waiters up against the 8-time All-Star. Gets a look. Can't hit. Lynn with it. Looking to make something happen. Evans to Howard. From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Memphis, they've got it. Lynn to Evans. Sizing up the defense. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, emphatic slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lynn, knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Ah, the monster stuff.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Memphis with the rock. To Evans. It goes down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Down low for Leonard. Off the assist.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working,
Oh, that's out.
out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Evans. Beyond the arc for three. Rebounds taken down by Leonard.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel.
So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Lynn with it. He'll run the offense. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
The big fella, Zach Randolph. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Fires the 3, cleans the offensive glass. To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You on top. Jimmy Butler, contested 3. He buries it.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Lynn. Rebounded by the Heat. Goes to the left side. Waiters. They'll go to Butler down low. He gets it.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Jeremy Lin. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
4-3. Crowder, tough matchup against Butler. The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Lets it fly from long range, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball is in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Here comes the screen. Crowder's shot won't fall. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Lynn.
Flashing, bump him.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. And this...
Substitutions, Memphis. Substitutions, Miami.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed it at the line. Lynn to Evans. That is great vision to set it up. Myers Leonard able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Butler. Stuffs it down with authority.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
I got him. I got ball.
Lynn
I got ball.
to Evans. Here comes the screen. Tyreek Evans against Leonard. Easy pass to the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Waiters. Dion Waiters powers it through. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither.
All right.
Anderson to Jeremy Lin. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jeremy Lin at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Miami with the basketball. To Butler. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Tyreek Evans, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First free throw is good. The second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense. To Jaren Jackson. Kelly Olynyk. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's the Heat with the possession. To Butler. For three. Not that time. He missed it. Evans. To Jaren Jackson. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dumped that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Butler into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Has a look. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Deep three. How about that? A three at the buzzer. It's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench.
The Heat could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Grizzlies seem to lose their edge as the game got out of hand.
And every team in this league already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Check out the leading scores for the Memphis Grizzlies. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
it.